that was.
Well, thanks for having me, Trey. I think the Democrats in the past have been a little bit different than the party that we see today. Today's party seems to believe that they're in charge. And previously, I think both parties recognized that they work for the people. The people didn't work for them. So now you have a party that is forcing things on people that they don't want. And Virginia was a very good example of that. It was, a purple state or even almost a blue state, and yet the voting was much more conservative in nature because people want to maintain control of something that is the most important thing when it comes to their children, and that's their education. I was a terrible student at one point in my life. I thought I was stupid. My teachers and classmates agreed. And then my mother made me start reading books. And I got to the point where I couldn't stand to be without a book. I became a bookworm. I knew everything. And it completely changed the trajectory of my life. And, as someone who started out in the lowest rungs of society economically, to be able to ascend to the top 1%, that was not an accident. That was because of a solid education. That wasn't somebody teaching me about what my gender was or what pronouns to use. It was about providing the appropriate type of education that allows you to function in our society.
Dr. Carlson, I wonder if the pandemic might have played a role because, the children were home more and the parents had to be involved in education. And then I remember, this is anecdotal, but this video of a group of teachers, which was cringeworthy. They couldn't go teach the kids, but they had time to go make this video. Do you think the pandemic is kind of what got maybe independent voters saying, well, maybe the Republicans are better on this issue than I thought they were?
Well, there's no question that the pandemic played an important role in exposing what was going on. A lot of people think that this is new. This is not new. This has been going on for decades, implanting what the left has considered to be appropriate people in order to fundamentally change the way that our children are educated. And it's not really so much about education as it is indoctrination. And it's exactly what Nikita Khrushchev had in mind when he told Eisenhower, your grandchildren's children will live under communism and we won't have to fire a shot. If you can indoctrinate the kids and you can control the media, then you have a tremendous advantage. And I think people are just now recognizing that. They're waking up. I travel around the country a lot. And I am very pleased to see so many people getting involved with the school board elections, with the city council elections, making their presence known, not sitting around like wallflowers. A tremendous explosion in the proliferation of private schools and homeschooling. And I don't think that this is a passing trend. I think this is something that's going to be with us for a while. And it's very encouraging, quite frankly.
Dr. Carson, it is so important. Tim Scott and I talk about this all the time. Education is the closest thing to magic. I'm not sure I believe you ever had bad grades. I know I did. But even if you did have bad grades, to wind up being a neurosurgeon and a cabinet level secretary and a prolific author and a presidential candidate, that really does speak to the power of education. So thank you for living what I have said. It is the closest thing to magic that we have, and you proved that. Thing to magic that we have. Thing to magic that we have, and you proved that.
Thank you. Thank you for being a patriot. We appreciate you very much.